Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Monday, October the 26th. And being that it is Halloween week, I will be using the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. And this is a very edgy deck, which I feel is very appropriate for this week. So let's get started with the deck. We're going to ask that all light beings, God, and angels, please relay the message to me that I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. Okay, and the first card is Choices. The next card is Cycles. How appropriate, because the full moon is tomorrow, Tuesday. And the last card is Oath. Okay, so we start the day with choices. Okay, and it's a beautiful angel, and there's a crescent moon in the background. Okay, and when I look at this card, what I get from Spirit is choices. Our life is all of the choices that we have made up to this point. It is the culmination of all of the decisions and choices that we have made for ourselves. If your life isn't what you want it to be at this point, you may want to re-examine some of the choices that you've made. Maybe decide to make better choices for yourself next time. We all choose the reality and life that we live. We may not be able to control everything that happens to us. However, we can choose to be more responsive instead of being reactive to the things that take place in our life. When things happen to us, it's an opportunity for us to grow and learn from the lesson. Okay? Choose to be happy no matter what. Realize that you can change your life if you're not satisfied with it. You ultimately decide, because at this point you are in your life, you've gotten yourself here by all the decisions and choices that you've made to this point. And then cycles. Yes, beautiful, beautiful card. Okay? And cycles is exactly that. It's showing the cycles of the moon. Okay, and now as we know, on the full moon, we release things from our life. Maybe some of the choices that we've made weren't the best, and maybe we want to remove those situations or things and release them on the full moon. Okay, and then the new moon is when we would begin something anew. Okay, I pay attention to the cycles of the moon. I act accordingly and release on the full moon. And if I can wait till a new moon, I decide to wait until a new moon before I begin a new project, maybe a new exercise routine, a new diet, a new way of thinking, maybe a new book. Pay attention to the cycles of the moon, because each month we release what hasn't worked for us that month. If you continue to hold on to these bad choices and bad decisions, okay, your life isn't going to change. So make a list, get ready for the full moon on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, October the 27th, and release what no longer serves you. And then the last card is Oath. Okay? This doesn't have to be involving another person. Okay? This card, Oath. Okay? It's a man with his hand over his heart. Okay? You can make an oath or a promise to yourself that no matter what has happened up to this point, you are going to decide to have a better life. Okay? Make a promise to yourself, maybe a promise to your children, promise to your spouse or partner. Okay? And when you take that oath to become a better person, take it seriously. Okay? Don't just approach it in a way that's, how could I explain it? Take it to a point where you diligently do at least a little something each day, okay, to improve your situation. Okay, it could be a relationship, maybe switching jobs, maybe taking better care of your health. But make that oath and promise to yourself that you're going to take it seriously. You're not going to treat it as some silly little pastime or thing that, if I am successful, I am. If I fail, I do. No, be serious about it. Make that promise to yourself, okay? You may have made bad choices up to this point, okay? Now it's time for you to make better choices, okay? Release them on this full moon, okay? And make a promise, take an oath that you will do whatever is necessary to improve emotionally, physically, mentally. Promise yourself. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I will be back.